All right, let's find out more. A lot of hot spots in Africa right now, a lot of concern around the continent. And of course, tonight, Eye on Africa with anchor Tsepiso Makwetla. Great to have you with us, Tsepiso.
Thanks, Francis.
Let's start with Kenya. So we heard there someone with dual nationality involved, but the Red Cross saying many still unaccounted for.
Okay, so President Uhuru Kenyatta putting out a statement saying 700 people were successfully evacuated, 50 are still unaccounted for, that the death toll stands at the moment at 14, that they are still looking for that 50 that have not been accounted for. But we'll be updating you on Kenya, and of course don't forget there's a situation in Zimbabwe where there are protests, what has been called as Zimbabwe shutdown, and that's because there's been a shutdown of the internet. Econet saying that it received a warrant from the Ministry of Communications telling it to shut down the internet. We've seen protesters in Pretoria marching on the embassy of Harare saying that they want the internet to be put back up. And of course this is all due to the fuel price hike, which many see as offsetting a price hike in a lot of basic goods in Zimbabwe. There's the situation in the Ivory Coast that we've also been following, the release from prison by the ICC of former President Laurent Gbagbo. So there are mixed emotions in Cote d'Ivoire on what this means. So some people are saying that they're really saddened. They feel that the state is not taking them seriously because they're allowing somebody whose loyalists murdered their family member. And there are others who are saying give Laurent Kabila a chance to come, or rather Laurent Gbagbo a chance to explain himself and what happened, and actually he comes in peace. And some are even speculating whether or not he's going to run for elections next year.
And this is a big blow for the ICC, huge concerns about all the effort they're putting into these prosecutions that never happen. But you are also focusing on the Sudan, and you've said that there are interesting links between Zimbabwe and Sudan.
So the big story of the day is indeed we're looking at the protests in Sudan. So this is the first time that President Hassan Omar al-Bashir has been faced with widespread protests, even in his key loyalist points. We've seen attacks on government buildings, even Bashir's party's officers, including the national security agencies. And what is interesting about those protests, of course, yes, they've also been sparked by increases in fuel. Government has cut subsidies of wheat, which is going to have a major impact on the price of bread. Apparently that has jumped exponentially, and these protests are now calling for President Bashir to step down. So we're going to have the Afro-Middle East Center to come and talk to us about that. What does it mean for Sudan's president? Could it see him being pushed out? Could it see him perhaps asking for an exit plan? And we're also going to be speaking to some of the parties or those who are watching the situation there. The Sudan Solidarity Party in South Africa is going to be telling us what their people are saying, because this is a largely apolitical protest gathering, a movement, but it does have its undertones in political aspirations. So we'll also be speaking to the SPLM North, which is in the Sudan, to tell us about that.
All right, so make a date with Tsepiso Makwetla, 9 o'clock, 9:30 tonight, African Perspective. We take a short break. We'll continue with the full view after that.